Just a quickie update. Tyler, one of my local neighbors, organized some people to come help, and they actually showed up. I was surprised. I wasn't expecting that kind of response, but we had like 15 people here on Saturday, and I think I massively underestimated how long it would take me to take care of it. I was estimating it would probably take me a year. I think 18 months would have been closer to accurate. Although, as I became more physically fit, it would go faster. Um, but they showed up Saturday about 8 o'clock, and by 12:30 we were done. Like just over, there's only a couple people at 8, so call that first half an hour of getting ready. So in 4 hours, wiped out everything. Absolutely mind blowing how quickly it went with so many people. To put in perspective how much it was and how embarrassing it was. We filled 4 dump trailers total, because Steve and I filled his trailer twice before Saturday. He dropped it off again on Saturday. We filled it completely. And someone else brought a dump trailer. We filled that. A wonderful lady brought her horse trailer, which the first run was 54 bags of trash. We filled it twice. And a couple people with cardboard and pickup trucks and stuff like that. There's a lot of cardboard from when I was doing the vine thing, and a lot of just regular garbage. I had piles of trash bags, and when the animals tore up all the trash bags, it became a pile of trash. And keep in mind, it was all right here. It's not like it was all over the yard or anything. It was just right here under the carport. And it's surprising how many people were like, the big fuss was over this? We're going to finish this in a couple hours. They were expecting it to be an all-day thing and a multi-day thing, and no, we blasted it out in 4 hours. And over my dead body, will I ever let it get like that again? Now, the real test is, does he have it out for me? Or was he just overzealous? I don't know. Guess we'll find out when they come out. Dirtbag, who we think lives across the street, went into my car, stole my air compressor. I had this beautiful little 18-volt Ryobi, little tank, little 1-gallon tank air compressor with a 9-amp-hour battery and a beautiful Zilla hose. That silicone low temperature air hose with a nice air chuck on the end with a digital readout. And probably about $300 I had into that. He actually went into my car and took it. He opened my car and took it. The car was unlocked because I hadn't found the key yet. And AAA unlocked it for me. I thought the key was going to be inside the car. It wasn't. I ended up finding the key later, but in that 8 days or so when the car was unlocked, he went into my car and took my goddamn air compressor. Son of a bitch. If I catch him, I'm going to chop him up, put him in the freezer, and feed him to my cats for a year. Cats will get good food. So in the meantime, my brother Logan, he got me a little battery-powered air compressor. It's nothing compared to the Ryobi, but at least I could put air in the tires, because the one tire keeps going low. What are you gonna do? I wish I can catch him. I think he lives here, because he seems to always know when I'm not here. He waits until I leave, and then he comes over and goes through all my stuff. And I can't secure it. There's too much. He's already stolen who knows how much. If I catch him, I'm gonna hurt him. I'll sit on him and wait for the cops to arrive. Squish him a little bit. Gotta be careful. I can kill someone sitting on him, and I don't want to do that. No property is worth killing someone over. Nothing. Okay, if you steal the nuclear football, maybe. They'll probably just shoot you in the head, but property's not worth killing someone over. Maybe putting a fear of God in him, sure, but killing him, no. Just gnawing his ear a little bit. But I did find the key to the car. I did find the key to the bus. So that's really good. We got the place cleaned up. That's really good. I'm getting a surprising amount of response to the GoFundMe. I'm hoping that'll help me get caught up on my back through taxes. The doctor said that if I keep going at the rate that I'm going, I should be more physically fit in about a year. I've already lost 8 inches off my waist. If I can keep that going, then maybe in about a year or so, I'll be able to get a normal job. Right now, I'm still looking for any kind of work from home or sit down kind of job. I can't stand for 8 hours. I can't. I mean, there's plenty of jobs available local to me. They won't hire me because I can't do the job. I can't physically stand for 4, 5, 6 hours. I can't do it. My limit's about 20, 25 minutes. And they're not going to hire me if I have to sit down every 25 minutes. They're just not. So if anybody knows of a legitimate work from home job, so far everyone I've found is a scam. I don't necessarily want a handout. I want a job. Even 1 day a week at $10 an hour would be enough to get me above water. Because my cost of living really isn't that high. It's just I'm making just a little bit less than my cost of living. So yeah, I mean, if you think of anything, let me know. A couple of other things. I finally found a Real Blue. It's a cheap one too. It's from LA Colors number 424, and it's a genuine blue. And genuine blues are hard to find. They usually have a little purple in them or something like that. But this is actually just blue, which is really nice. 98 cents. And of course, Amazon shipped each one in a separate box. I'm not kidding. I ordered 5 of these, different colors, and they shipped each of these in a separate box, like this, a box like that. Each of these. They probably spent more in shipping than it's worth. But also, I don't know why. I really want to get my ears pierced. I'm a bit of a pussy about it because I don't like the idea of punching a hole through myself. That's always been why I've resisted doing it. I'm always weird about that. I know it's not going to hurt that much, but I'm a pussy about it. So I'll try out this air pump. We'll see how nice it is. It's USB-C charge, but it only charges at 4 watts, which is awfully slow. But, I guess, hey, at least it's USB-C. It tells me on there that it's charging at 4 watts. These are nice cables. You can get these cables from AliExpress for $2 to $4 a piece, worth every freaking penny. I've replaced all my cables. They're all now 100-watt compatible, so I don't have to worry about, that cable is not capable of charging at full speed. Just got rid of all my garbage cables and replaced them with these nice cables that have the built-in display. And there's AliExpress. Sometimes you get them for $1.99, $2.99. Get different lengths, C to C, A to C, whatever you want. I even found a micro USB cable with a power meter, which is really nice. So I'll let you know how well this works. These kind of pumps, you can't run them continuously. The Ryobi, I can run that all day. It just won't care. These, you can only run them like 10 or 15 minutes at a time. Otherwise, the plastic parts inside get too hot. And they start melting. So they have a limited duty cycle. But they're tiny, rechargeable, and compact. So it's better than nothing, that's for sure. 3D printing some mounts to start putting my lights up properly. Make the place look nicer. Gotta find the key to the minivan so I can move it back here. Neighbor said the minivan's fine, but I don't want to take a chance. I'm just going to move it out of the site. They keep mentioning it, and I say, hey, it's registered, it's legal, it's all legal. Needs an alternator, but starts and drives. The one guy said that his mechanic agreed to replace the alternator in the minivan in exchange for a 12,000-pound winch. That's fair. Winch is worth about $450. Alternator's $200 plus labor. That's fair. I'm totally okay with that. And he also said that he'll finish my project out back I'm not going to mention it because I know they watch these videos. But he'll finish my project out back that I got burned on a couple years ago. You know what it is. He'll finish that in exchange for the lawn tractor. I have a lawnmower, riding lawnmower. I don't need it. I originally got it just to tow trailers around the yard, so I can fill the trailer up, tow it, and unfill it. Like when I was getting cinder blocks and paver stones and stuff like that, gravel. But now that I have the little, although it needs a battery, the battery went bad, and of course the company wouldn't warranty it. But I have one of those little jazzy chairs that has the differential thrust wheels, and you don't want the ones that steer because you can't steer unless you're sitting on it. But with the differential thrust, I can control it from the remote. What I did is I took the chair off and I put a ball hitch where the chair was. So now I can hook my trailer up to that and just walk it around the yard wherever I need to go. And I got a couple of little things I'm going to do. I got all the trash cans lined up here really nice and neat now. I have tons of trash cans now, all empty, which means now when I make more trash, I can put it in the trash cans and the animals can't get to it. That's important. These big 100-gallon cans will hold 2 bags each. So that's 10 bags right there that I can fill up until I make a trip to the transfer station. I'm going to test that once I have the electric car running again. I have an idea to use my 1.5 kilowatt hour solar battery box, which is 1200 watt output. So it should be able to charge the car. Keep in mind, I don't have to actually charge the car up. I just got to charge it for a couple of minutes to reset the BMS. So that if I can make it to the transfer station and back, and if it cuts out on the hill, I can pull over and plug it in, charge it for 5 minutes, reset the BMS, and try to continue up the hill without having to call AAA. If that works, then I can start going to the transfer station again, affordably. Because using this car to go to the transfer station, if I get a hitch installed, which costs money, would cost me $40 for the same as it would cost me $6 in the electric car. The electric car uses $1 in electricity for the round trip plus the $5 dump fee. To use this car without a trailer would take 4 trips to get rid of the same amount of trash. And then instead of a $5 dump fee, it's a $5 dump fee per trip. So that's 4 trips, $20, $20 in gas for the 100 miles of driving, because I get like 11 miles a gallon for that kind of trip. That's $40. I don't have it. I can't afford $30 to run a 3D printer. I certainly can't afford $40 to go do that. But now that all the trash is gone, I'm only generating 1 bag of trash a week, and I can get rid of 1 bag of trash a week. My neighbor lets me. He makes very little trash. He never fills his trash can. So I go over. I take his trash out for him because he's stuck in a mobility chair. He can't take the trash down to the curb. So I take it down for him, and he lets me fill up the rest of the space with whatever trash I have, which is usually 1 bag. So I'll never have that problem again of the trash building up faster than I can get rid of it. And once I'm able to go to the transfer station again, then it won't be a problem. Especially once I get a hitch installed. It'll still cost more than an electric car, but then at least I only have to make 1 trip instead of 4. So it only costs $5 in gas, $5 dump, so $10. That's only $4 more than an electric car. Otherwise, that's basically it. I think by the end of next week, I'll be able to put a car into the carport again. There's more than enough space. I just got to organize stuff. I got a couple of my IBCs moved into place. I found the covers to cover the IBCs, the fitted 4x4x4 covers that slide over top. I finally found out what they're called. They're called pallet covers. I was doing a search for IBC covers because that's what they are. They're IBC crates. The problem is most of the IBC covers have an opening on the top middle, so you can access the big giant opening, like where you pour fluids into there. And the problem is for covering stuff, that's a problem because the water gets in. I finally found these ones on eBay from Grainger that had no hole in the top, and I got 3 of them. They're perfect. They work great. They're 12 mil, nice and thick. They're silver, so they don't stand out like crazy. It's like a dark metallic silver, and you don't even notice them. And but that'll completely keep all the crap out, and no hole in the top. And I found out well, when I opened the package, because I found the box, it says pallet cover. So now when I search for pallet cover, now I get all the nice covers with no hole in the top. And I can get them. Looks like if I need any more, because I probably need 2 more, because I have those 2 folding crates from Pennsylvania. I can use those too. Um, I can get 2 for $50, so $25 a piece. So, but that's in the future. I don't need that now. But we'll see. Right now, my primary concern is, will that person from the zoning thing leave me alone now? Is it enough that he'll leave me alone? All I want to hear from him is, we will never bother you again so long as you keep your property neat. As long as I get that out of him, that's all I care about. I just want to be invisible. I just want to go away. I want them to leave me alone. I want them to forget I exist. Michelle's doing a little bit better. Her roommate's causing her a problem, yelling at her, stuff like that. I think her roommate has a little bit of dementia. She's most of the time she's lucid, but sometimes she yells and screams, and she got a raw deal. It sounds like her family screwed her over bad, tossed her in a nursing home, and then stole everything from her and sold it all. Just screwed her over really bad, it sounds like, unless it's the dementia. But I don't think so. I think they screwed her bad. I could see people doing that, absolutely. Not even hesitating. I kind of feel bad for her, but Michelle is developmentally challenged. She's more like a child than an adult when it comes to maturity, and it's really stressing her pretty badly. You know, Mary yelling at her and stuff. And so they're finally gonna move her to a different room. We're gonna do that tomorrow. You know, with somebody who's quieter. Because Michelle's quiet. She's not noisy at all. But even she'll be on the phone, just talking to me quietly on the phone. And Mary will be like, "Shut up!" And Michelle gets freaked out and jumpy, and they got her on the proper medications finally. It looks like they got all that sorted. And hopefully the last thing they got to do is get her on 5 days a week physical therapy. Once they do that, they can get her back on her feet again and she can come home. For now, that's it. Now it's just a waiting game. Wait until the end of the month and hope they're satisfied with the condition of everything, and that they'll. I don't want a continuance. I don't want any kind of, oh, we'll check again. No. I don't want that. Just take me to court then. I want to be done with this now. None of this. We're going to keep coming back and harassing you. No. You're either done with me or we just go to court and I stop cooperating. I can't deal with this forever. No. You either tell me we're done or let's just go see a judge. I have to imagine judges would be reasonable and see this and go, what's the problem? And hopefully the guy was just trying to be tough on crime, so to speak, and he just, being a retard, he just didn't know better how aggressive he was being. I don't know. Maybe he's just twisted and likes that. I don't know. All I want is for him to just not look at me anymore. Just go find somebody else to play with. So we'll see. Go from there. I'll see you guys next week.